Today, national leaders are addressing a rise in gun violence in Lexington.
3 people were shot and killed this month. 6 others are recovering from gunshot wounds.
August is the only month with a higher number of shootings, with 13. 31 of this year's 64 victims were younger than 30.
Now, local leaders are getting guidance on how to cut back on gun violence in the community.
WKYT's Lucy Bryson reports on today's symposium on youth and young adult crime. She has our top story.
We all know the African adage, it takes a village to raise a child. I am of the belief if it takes a village to raise one, it takes a village to kill one. That means all of us have a part to play in this fight.
Addressing the sickness, not the symptoms. That's the name of One Lexington's second annual symposium, and the reason these faces are joined together. The day-long gathering is intended to focus on the why behind gun violence in Lexington. Mental health and poverty are 2 key causes that nationally recognized speakers will break down for attendees.
For quite a while, we went to the river and picked the people up who had fallen in. What we weren't doing then was going upriver to see why they were falling in. This is the kind of work you all are doing now.
Mayor Linda Gorton shared that in Lexington alone in 2021, there were 18 homicides involving youth and young adults at this point in the year. Just 3 years later, that number has dropped to 5.
1 homicide is too many. But those pieces of data show us, I believe, that the work we are all doing are taking us in the right direction.
Leader Divine Karama says while it's good to celebrate the downward trend numerically, the work is far from being done.
We've seen progress, but in order for us to continue that progress, we got to pivot because there's new things that we're seeing. It's time for One Lexington to open its ears and listen again.
In Lexington, I'm Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
And Divine Karama made an announcement telling people to save the date for February 4th. He says they're planning a large strategic planning session that will involve all community members in guiding One Lexington on what issues to tackle next.